in my life. I think my toughest stroke was my
Let's go! Bernard, any reaction? Any reaction?
So if you go past five rounds, it's a wrap.
It wasn't a
down to so many people, bro. The overhand right. Jake's got a tough chin, dude. I think he does whatever he wants after this. He just has such big balls, dude. He had to keep moving. That was the only strategy. People are gonna say he ran around the ring. They don't know. They don't understand fucking boxing.
You showed a ton of heart, right?
Ton of heart.
Just let me know your thoughts on Jake going 6 rounds with AJ.
You know, the fact that he did that, it was good because you know we didn't think it was going to go 6 rounds. We thought it was going to go 2. So the fact that he made 6 rounds is an accomplishment for Jake Paul.
I mean, I expected Jake to fight the way he fought.
Right.
You know, trying to stay away. You don't know if he's how long that's gonna last. You know, Joshua has something to say about that. So you don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
Right. Were you, I don't know, impressed by anything Jake did? Maybe getting, I mean, he took a right hand, the heavyweights have taken. And
Yo, don't mind me. Just smoking on that Jake Paul pack. Honestly, Jake Paul, trash. Tommy Fury, trash.
knocks out Jake Paul in the 6th round. He had multiple knockdowns throughout this fight. A little bit of a weird, scrappy fight. Even the referee had to pause the fight in about the 4th round and say, listen, the fans didn't come to pay for this crap. And Joshua handles Jake the business, the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Jake.
What up, brother? What'd you think, brother?
I can't say Jake fought on God hard, bro.
wow, incredible, right? I mean, he kept taking the right hands, the left hooks. What did you think?
You can't say Jake fought on God hard, bro.
You got it.
Good, bro. You the old guy now. That's crazy. Hey, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This 4 rounds left. You lost every single one of them. You lost every single round.
What was it? Was it a little too long to get done, or?
Listen, when you fight someone like that, who moves around a lot, then you have to try and pick your moments, pick your shots.
Yeah.
That's what he did. So congratulations to Joshua.
Man, and credit.
Rugby tackling you, but he had to do what he had to do to survive, and he did that. So you know, it's very difficult to go in like, you know, out of the ring for 14 months and just be razor sharp with a guy running. And so yeah, probably 2 or 3 rounds more than expected, but. Nah, Jake is tough. He's tough. He's tough. And the first couple shots didn't land clean. The last one landed clean.
Where does Jake go from here?
Like you say, he need a rest, take some time off, enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Say what you want about Jake Paul, but that boy is a real showman. He got some real clean hits off, but I'm not gonna lie, what really got him down bad was the fact that he got gassed, bro. That was really it. He got so gassed. But one thing I think this fight did is it gained him a little bit more respect amongst the boxing community, bro.
The real surprise wasn't the outcome, it was how close everything came to spiraling before the collapse finally arrived. Most people expected this to be over in 2 rounds. It wasn't. And that single fact changed the entire conversation. Stay with me, because the reason why reshapes how this fight will be remembered. Before the opening bell, boxing insiders put their reputations on the line with bold predictions, statements that sounded ridiculous at first, until reality started catching up. One voice claimed Jake Paul would flatten Anthony Joshua. Another warned Joshua could seriously harm him. One of those takes turned out to be dangerously wrong. Tyson Fury was the first to ignite chaos, setting social media on fire by confidently declaring that Jake Paul would knock Joshua out cold. No hesitation. No debate. He even attached a £1 million wager to it. That single statement flipped the narrative overnight. And Fury didn't say it lightly, he saw something others didn't. He didn't just support Jake, he dismissed AJ as a fading force while describing Paul as bigger, stronger, and more dangerous than ever. That wasn't analysis, it was psychological warfare. And Joshua heard it. Then Alexander Usyk sliced through the noise with the most unsettling comment of the build-up. He didn't talk about points or tactics. He said if Anthony Joshua chose to, he could seriously hurt Jake Paul. Not outbox him, end him. He compared Joshua to a luxury machine and Jake to an economy car. That wasn't disrespect. That was a warning. One mistake changes lives. One clean punch ends careers. That's why fear crept into this fight. Deontay Wilder added fuel by suggesting the whole event felt manufactured. That comment alone shook confidence in what people thought they were watching. He reminded everyone this wasn't Jake facing retired names or faded legends. This was his first time against a real, active heavyweight professional. At that moment, the circus tone disappeared. Reality took over. David Haye went even further, warning that Joshua could cause damage that doesn't disappear after the money clears. He openly hoped for a cautious referee, because if AJ cornered Jake on the ropes, things could turn tragic. That wasn't hype, that was genuine concern. Conor Benn acknowledged Jake's courage but still admitted his first thought was simple: have medical staff ready. Then he paused and allowed the possibility, maybe a 10% chance. That 10% is everything. It's what keeps people watching. It's what sells belief. And it's how legends get caught slipping. Roy Jones Jr. brought it back to harsh reality. You don't outbox Anthony Joshua, he said. You gamble everything on one perfect shot. Joshua has trained for this since childhood. Jake hasn't. And confidence doesn't erase that gap. Roy pointed out Jake knows Joshua has been hurt before, and that belief is dangerous because it convinces you lightning can strike twice. But the question remained, if Jake struggled with Tommy Fury, how does he beat Anthony Joshua? Lennox Lewis didn't complicate it. He said this should be routine work for AJ. And when legends agree, history usually follows. Eddie Hearn laid the business side bare. No rational heavyweight turns this down. Too much money, too much exposure, almost no risk for Joshua. The goal was simple: end it quickly. Anything else would be a failure. Going long would be awkward. Losing would be unthinkable. And even surviving wouldn't crown Jake the winner. And here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Jake Paul didn't win the fight, but he won something bigger. What comes next explains why this loss may have changed boxing permanently. Because this defeat didn't hurt Jake's brand, it elevated it. And that reality has promoters uneasy. He didn't win on scorecards. He won attention. And attention is the real championship belt. Jake proved you don't need dominance to stay relevant. You just need to last long enough for doubt to creep in. 6 rounds cracked the armor, and cracks are where revolutions begin. Traditionalists hate this, but numbers don't lie. More viewers, more controversy, more money, and suddenly the sport has a problem it can't punch away. Fighters see the blueprint now. You don't have to be the best. You have to be brave enough to step in. And bravery keeps cameras rolling. Here's what nobody is openly admitting yet. Jake Paul lost to Anthony Joshua and still walked out more powerful than half the division. That scares champions. That scares promoters. That scares the old guard. Behind closed doors, the conversations have already shifted. Bigger names. Bigger risks. Bigger paydays. Because if Jake can survive AJ, who's truly untouchable anymore? This is where boxing quietly changes. Skill steps aside. Momentum takes control. And the next matchup rumored will sound impossible, because this fighter raised the line between spectacle and sport. And once that line is gone, it doesn't come back. So when the next announcement drops, don't be surprised. When another undefeated record gets placed in front of Jake Paul, don't blink. The machine has tasted blood. And in the next breakdown, I'll reveal the exact opponent being discussed right now, not the obvious one, but the name they're hoping you don't see coming.
I mean, I expected Jake to fight the way he fought.
Right.
You know, trying to stay away. You don't know if how long that's gonna last. You know, Joshua has something to say about that. So you don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
Right. Were you, I don't know, impressed by anything Jake did? Maybe getting, I mean, he took a right hand to heavyweights have taken and.